This is a quick guide on how to use expression pedals with MORTRIX. When we first plug in our expression pedal, we should make sure to calibrate it. So by dragging down from the top of the screen, we can access this view where we have expression 1 and 2. I'm connected to expression 1, so I press calibrate and move the expression pedal to the toe down and the heel down positions. And now we have calibrated MORTRIX expression input to use this expression pedal. Now we go into the preset, switch to the expression 1 tab, and we can add in something to control. I'm going to select a device function on this automaton over here. I'm going to select the pre-delay, and if I activate live mode, I can now control this function with my expression pedal. If we exit the editor, we can see the preset reflects that there is expression set up on it. If we activate the preset, we have a reflection on the preset tile of the expression input. Let's go back in and have a look. So if we open up this message, we can see how the input from the expression pedal maps to the output on the MIDI port. So we can change that by dragging these points here. So let's say I don't want the expression to do anything on the first third of its movement. Then at the middle section, I want it to move up, and then at the last third, I want it to stay there. So simply by dragging these points, I can get to that behavior. I can also tap the line here and get a smoother transition if I want to do that. Or I can move these points around and get the reverse output. For now, let's go back to something very basic, a very linear translation. Okay, then we have these modes that I would like to show you. So if we start here, so now the default mode is scale. So let's say I'm using my expression pedal in this preset, and I have my expression up here. I turn the preset off, and maybe I'm using my expression pedal for something else in the meantime. And then I turn my preset back on, but now the pedal is not at this position any longer. But I start moving my pedal, and we can see this illustration here gets this curve. So we have the pedal position up top and have the preset position at the bottom. So being in the scale mode, that simply means that even though I'm a long way from this point up here, I still get some output, but it's scaled to the remaining range. And as soon as they line up, I have this thicker white line, meaning that they are now locked together like that. Let's leave it here. Go back in and try one of the other modes. So we have a pickup mode. And pickup simply means that in order for the expression pedal to do anything, we can see I have no movement until I go down to the same value. I get the thick white line, and now they are locked in together. So the expression pedal has to come down and pick up where the preset left off. The last mode is absolute, which is probably the most basic one. So if we move the pedal down again, activate the preset, then at the very first movement of the expression pedal, the preset will jump to that value and be locked in like that. Now all of this was for expression input 1. Actually, let's label this pre-delay. I cannot spell delay like that. But as soon as we add something into the expression 2, let's just put a basic CC message in here and label that CC. We go back out. we can see that the view of the preset down here have now changed. So we have expression 1 on top, and if I had a second expression pedal, that would be reflected down below. An additional thing you can do with the expression pedal on MORTRIX is something called a positional trigger. So here I'm going to add a new preset. Again, go into expression 1, and instead of selecting a MIDI function like I did before, I'm going to select a positional trigger, which is really just a list of messages that I want to send. So let's say I want to again control the automaton, but this time I want to change the preset. So let's say I want preset number 3. And now with the positional trigger, I can choose when do I want to activate preset 3 over here. So I can select a position between 0 being heel down and 100 being toe down. So let's say when I reach the 80% mark in the upwards direction. So that means I'm below 80% and I go above 80%. Then I want the positional trigger to send or to change this reverb unit to its third preset. So let's try that. Let's make sure we're on a different preset. I activate here. You can see I come up, and when I reach the 80% mark, going up, it changed to preset 3. Now being above, nothing happens, and coming down below 80%, nothing happens. Only when I go up and above 80% do I get the change. Now if we extend this a little bit, I can add another positional trigger that says when I go down below 50, I want to change preset back to 0, that's fine. We activate. I'm still up top here. I go down below 50, I get preset 0, and above 80, I get preset 3,